Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, we're going to start off with our high temperatures today, and strangely enough, these high temperatures were about midnight earlier this morning. It was 49 in Klamath Falls, and everyone else was generally between about 50 and 55 degrees. Then the front moved through, and temperatures have dropped off, and they've stayed fairly chilly. In fact, it's 46 right now in Medford, and pretty much over the last 12 hours, our temperatures have ranged from about 42 to 46 degrees. So there's really not been a whole lot of change in temperatures. We're also looking at 30s and 40s east of the Cascades. Now, we do have widespread rain and snow throughout the region, but there is finally some showers starting to show up. You can see breaks in the clouds along the Oregon coast, so the steady precipitation now will be changing over towards the on and off kind of precipitation that we're going to be expecting for tonight. The actual front is down to our south. You can see it's approaching Reno and up towards the north. It's probably around Corvallis or Salem right now, but all of this will continue to push off towards the east for us at this time. So we're going to be still looking at scattered showers for tonight. We might get a little bit of a brief break tonight before we start seeing some more showers coming in from the northwest all throughout the region. So snow levels will still be pretty low for tonight. In fact, they'll be dropping to about 2,500 feet by the time we get towards early tomorrow morning. But then they'll start slowly coming up over the next couple of days. Again, still just looking at showers. And then once we get towards Sunday night into early Monday, we get a little bit of a brief break before another round of showers along the Oregon coast. That'll eventually move into the Rogue Valley and east the Cascades. So Monday, another kind of a wet day. But we're not going to be looking as wet as we were for today. But eventually, once we get towards Tuesday, we're going to start to slowly dry out. We'll still have some leftover showers, but nowhere near as wet. Forecast for tonight, temperatures into the 20s east the Cascades, 20s and 30s west of the Cascades, with low 40s along the Oregon coast, 37 in Medford, 29 for Mount Shasta City. For tomorrow, we're going to have the best chance of showers early in the morning and into the afternoon, but once we get later into the day, closer towards sunset, we might finally start to dry out for a little bit. Forecast highs for tomorrow, 30s and 40s east of the Cascades, generally between about 50 to 55 degrees. West side, so a little bit warmer overall. So this is how much rain we've picked up since midnight. 9/10 here in Medford, about half of that for Klamath Falls, 1.31 inches over Mount Shasta City. And even though Brookings is only showing about an inch, there's been areas that have picked up 2 to 3 inches of rain. And in fact, we're going to be looking grand total through 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Could be looking at 3.5 inches along the coast and the coast range. Cascades, maybe upwards of 1.5 inches. Mount Shasta City, you'll get a little bit more than what you've already had. And west side valleys, well, if we're lucky, we might get 1.25 inches of rain overall. Snow levels roughly about 3,500 feet now, drop to about 2,500 feet tonight, and then slowly go up once we go through Sunday and Monday with some slightly warmer air. Here's how much snow that we're going to be looking at least. Remember, a lot of this is actually going to be melting on the roadways, so some of this will just be accumulating on the grassy surfaces, but we can see 6 to 10 inches up by Crater Lake, maybe 4 to 8 inches for Lake of the Woods. Light amounts for east side passes, maybe a couple, we've already seen around 4 inches over towards Mount Shasta City already. It's been pretty windy east side. We've had some strong wind gusts, 41 miles an hour peak gusts so far in Lakeview. So tomorrow we're going to see kind of the same kind of situation, blustery conditions east of the Cascades, and yet again on Monday. So here's your 7-day forecast for the Oregon coast. Temperatures staying into the 50s for the next couple of days, but getting much warmer as we get towards the latter part of the week, flirting with 75 by Friday. Northern California will stay wet for the next couple of days, decreasing showers on Tuesday, and we're going to start having some dry weather but cold overnight lows beginning on Wednesday. Klamath Basin, more or less the same kind of scenario, rain and snow for tomorrow. Eventually temperatures will be too warm for snow, and we'll be just looking at rain showers. For the Cascades, we'll still be looking at some snow for the next couple of days. Eventually that decreases late on the day on Tuesday. Drier weather and much warmer weather for the latter part of the week. And here in the Rogue Valley, mid to high 50s for the next couple of days. So enjoy this cool weather if you like it, because look at that, it's 87 degrees on Sunday. We're just going straight to summer.
That makes for a nice weekend. But I do want to ask, you said a lot of the snow in higher elevations will melt on the roadways. Is there any worry about it maybe freezing overnight and impacting travel?
Yeah, it could do that briefly, but the good news is that this system is going to be, well, it's not a super cold system, so it's going to take some time and take some pretty heavy snow for that to really be a problem.
Good to know. Thanks,
Yeah,
Oliver.
you bet.